this here. Anyhow, let's see, settings. Well, hold on, before we get into this. We are gonna dive into our second game for Year of 12 Games. This is Neo Cab. I forget exactly how long. Let me see here. What HowLongToBeat says. Main story 4 hours, main and extra 5.5, completionist 11.5 hours. Okay, so I I have not played this before. I've watched some people, some other streamers play it here and there, but I don't think I A, remember much, and B, watched a full playthrough. I don't remember, but anyway, we're looking at least 4 hours, so I know we're not going to get through the whole thing tonight. But I wanted to at least get started on it. Everything looks good. Let's get started. I don't know if I need a controller or not, but we'll see. There comes a point in any long drive where your mind goes a little off the road. It's like the flashing lines in the highway hypnotize you in some weird way. It's true. Like, it's normal to talk to the clouds. I used to do a lot of driving. It's absolutely true. Or come up with a name for the 100th Joshua tree you pass in the endless desert. I was officially at that point. And so was Jojo. Only 40 miles to go. To Los Ojos. To my new life. To my oldest friend. It was like a gift when Savvy called me last week. My life was going nowhere fast, and she knew it. It used to be her life, too. Losing jobs to Capper's AI. Juggling a dozen gigs and still coming up short. Getting way too comfortable just being sad. So when she offered to be roomies again, this time at her place in the big city, it didn't matter anymore what had come between us. Or what we'd said when we were angry. All that mattered was the road ahead. That and the battery charges that had set me back 30 coin. Nothing like rolling into your new life completely broke. No problem, this is cool. You're a driver. Just drive. If I could pick up even one ride out here, I'd be in a better place. Maybe even get a fancy here's to us cocktail with Savvy like old times. I started up NeoCab. It's an interesting cellular device. Hello, Lena. Driver rating 4.9. Daily goals 35. Whatever. 35 coin, I think she said. 3 rides. Start a shift. Cash $73. Okay, so ride history. Oh, we got a pickup request. Okay. Liam Baird. Faster than a shutter snap. Whatever that means. For a second, I thought maybe Liam had put his pin in the wrong place. This didn't feel like a convenient pickup spot for anyone. I could barely make him out at first. All I saw was desert and dusk. Then I spotted him, a lone figure dragging what looked like a huge luggage or a small... Oh, I got really fast. He got into the car, bags first, then squeezed in like he was their sidekick. Hey! Hi, pickup for Liam? You are Liam, right? Oops, I missed it. I could feel his anxiety creeping up from the backseat. I can't help it. I absorb that stuff like a sponge. Yes, thank God, yes. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, man. All good back there? I spent all day out there in the desert taking photos of the stars and the LO skyline. I thought I'd lost my memory card. The bastard's smaller than a grain of rice. Could you imagine? Why do they keep making them smaller? Damn, my heart's racing. His accent was smooth and musical, but I couldn't quite place it. Definitely not Southern California. Anyway, hello. Lena, right? Said on that app. Yep, that's me. Awesome. Thanks for picking me up all the way out here in Nowheresville. No problem. I was headed this way anyway. Plus, Neocab goes where Capra fears to tread. Where are you coming from? Cactus Flats. I don't know that one. Going to the big city on holiday? More like a permanent vacation. This car's carrying my whole life right now. I'm moving. Moving? That's huge. How are you feeling? I don't know. I think I'm excited? I've never been to Los Ojos before. Stop it. This is your first time in Automation City? Is that crazy? No, I mean, yes, moving somewhere you've never even visited. But damn, it's also very cool. Don't sweat it. It's mine too, though I'm just visiting. For work? Sort of. I'm a photographer, or trying to be. Taking a year off from my real job to see what I can make happen. A year to travel the world and take pictures. The dream. Savvy and I had talked about doing something like that after college, until I couldn't go. Instead, she met a guy, a sculptor, and lived that dream with him. They broke up after a screaming fight in Milan, and she came home with a half-finished clay figure of herself. She always loved playing the muse. So, what about you? Why LO? I'm moving in with my best friend. I actually haven't seen her in ages. We used to be super close, and then we kind of weren't. Did that just slip out? I always forget how easy it is to spill your secrets when you're only making eye contact with the road in front of you. For sure. I moved a lot. UK, France, Canada, now here. Sort of fading in and out of different friend groups, maintaining most of my relationships online. Yeah, exactly. So why now? What made you make the leap? She asked. All she ever had to do was ask. I just realized that my life isn't as good without her in it. I love that. Sometimes it's the only thing that makes sense, right? Exactly. It'll be a fresh start for us. I hope. Guess this photography thing is sort of my fresh start. So while you're getting the keys to your new place tonight, I'll probably be out snapping pictures of Capra Tower. Capra Tower? Gross. I'm trying to decide if I want to, like, I keep going between, oh, I want to speed up the text speed or slow it down. I feel like it's too fast and doesn't, like, allow for the pauses. But then I feel like I'm too slow or I'm just reading it too fast sometimes. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. I mean, I hope you get some good shots, or... Yeah, I mean, I hope you get some good shots. Your emotional state affects which options you can choose. Oh. Doing a cover shoot for Multidimensional Monster Magazine? Pick that one instead. Hey, whoa, it's just a beautiful building. Sure, I've heard it's very impressive. My hands tightened on the steering wheel. I had nothing good to say about Capra. Oh. Yeah, you can afford beautiful buildings when you have a monopoly over the entire tech sector. Oh, that is weird. The spoils of selling out human dignity, right? He shifted in his seat and tried to smile, but it was tight, uncomfortable. Capra. That name carried so much baggage for me. My first driving gig, my only income stream. But they replaced me, and every other driver with autocars. Soulless capsules of glass and plastic, but hey, those things don't need health insurance. I tensed up to seeing their logo, which was all over the place. Nearly every passing car was one of theirs. Crawling our streets, covered in sensors, collecting data on everything and everyone. Just hearing Liam say the name had my heart pounding in my ears. Right, you're not a fan. We don't need to get into it. I felt like all the energy in the car had flipped. He was closed off suddenly. Cold. Oh, God. This is exactly why everyone says that talking politics with a PAX is the quickest way to tank your star rating. My 4.9 driver rating definitely didn't want me to push him. Of course, you're right. I didn't mean to be so snarky. What had gotten into me? My hackles were up and over what? A photographer who just wanted a picture of a famously impressive building? It was exactly what had happened with me and Savvy. I got all emotional over something that really wasn't a big deal, and I pushed her away. You're so volatile, Lena. Like I'm looking for reasons to be sad or worried. Like all my bad feelings just leap out of me and poison my life when actually everything was just fine. I couldn't let that happen again with us. Ugh, I'm sorry. I think I'm just stressed. Moving is the worst. It's all good. I just don't want to talk about it. I get there's a lot of baggage attached to LO. Trust me, I really do. But I'm not here to pick it up. This week, for once, I'm just a tourist. Well, sorry again. Sorry again anyway. Don't worry about it. Seriously. Look, if I wanted a silent ride with a brainless driver, I'd have called to Capra. You're much more fun. Oh. As the sun went down, I could just make out the first lights of LO appearing out of the desert. Suddenly, like a mirage. We're almost there. The city lights spilled across my windshield as we crossed the Los Ojos city limits. He pulled out his camera and I heard the shutter clicking away behind me. I thought about Savi. No more nights alone. No more longing for change. I was making the change, and I was ready. Here I am, Savi. It's real. I did it. I pulled up to Leon's destination. A modest hotel. Nice, but it had an art to it. Made sense. You know this is going to be great, right? You're really doing something big. You're doing something really big, and I think it's going to pay off. Thanks. And sorry again for being testy before. I'm in a Capra town now, and that's that. It's nothing. I've gotten into my share of arguments with cab drivers before. You have? Yeah, with much worse opinions. And listen, I know you've already got a friend in town, but I'll be crisscrossing town in neocabs all week. Maybe we'll get paired up again. I'd like that. He shouldered his luggage and headed into his hotel, waving at me as he disappeared through the doors. I waved back. I guess I'd made it. Oh, we're out of charge on our car. Perfect rating. Liam Bard gave you 5 stars. A serendipitous ride with a spirited driver. Welcome to LO. Your rating stayed perfect. Nice. Now in Outerlands. Battery usage. New message from Savi. I like her hair. Let's see. Just about to hit the road. Yes. I'm gonna try to pick up some packs on the way. Packs. Passengers. Gotta earn some coin. Cream. Then meet at your place around 10. Just past Palm Springs in the home stretch. What's good, Lena? Guess where I am. You better be... I'm in Los Ojos. Meet at your place? Meet you at your place? You mean our new place? Yep. Wait, actually... Can you pick me up? Sending you a pin. Everything okay? Yep, just got caught in a work thing. No problem, I got you. Can't believe I get to see you so soon. My rave fave. My literal favorite human. Can't wait, Saviest. If it moves, it's Capra. How long had it been since I'd seen Savi? 6 months? No, a year? It didn't seem possible. Some days it was easy to feel like she was still around because everywhere I went in Cactus Flats was soaked through with memories. Most days that just made me miss her even more. Nobody gets me like she does. Like, really gets me. Being around her made me feel more like myself. Or maybe just made me like it more. I saw her up ahead and my stomach flipped. Elle Bunny! Saviest! You sure you want to sit way back there? Yep, I'm trying to get that authentic private driver experience, you know? Honestly, I just feel safer back here. You're the only reason I would get into one of these things. Oh my god, did you actually get prettier somehow? Damn, girl. Come on. Whatever you've been up to is working. God, seeing you again is like... It's like home, you know? Me too. Sorry, could we less talk, more room? Being this close to Capra HQ creeps me out. Yeah, I thought it was weird you wanted to meet here. Oh, I was downtown and it's a giant eyesore, you know? Seemed easy for you to find. Well, now I know where to avoid. Exactly. So... Don't have lights like this back in the flats, right? The way we'd left things echoed in my head. Heat rushed in my cheeks. Was I turning red? My chest tightened and fluttered like I couldn't get enough air. I called her selfish and cried until I couldn't breathe. Right before I begged her not to leave. Was that what she's thinking about too? Sorry about how we left things. I just wanted to say... Ancient history. Whatever. I'm totally over it. Well, what have you been up to? Tell me everything. Well, I kind of bounced around for a while. Remember that guy who said I could crash with him and his roommates? Definitely remember how he always called me Lisa. Turned out his roommate were more like his parents. They were super sweet and their place was nice as fuck. And oh my god, so clean. But then his mom gave us matching sweaters for Christmas. I swear I felt myself shrivel into a little ghost right then and there over that eggnog. Yikes. Very. Compared to perfect family time, social activism is way more chill. Just some fogies too afraid of their own shadows to really affect change, but I can work with that. Speaking of, I can't believe you're back in your old steery. This thing knows all my secrets. You know I love retro as much as the next girl, but... Would you mind parking it a little down the street from my place? People get really weird if they thought I was pro-car. It's just a big issue in my work right now, you know? Oh, sure, okay. But, wait. Where are we going? What's your address? Oh yeah, pull over. You live here? No, I just remembered. I got you a present. Oh, I didn't get you anything. You're here, like, for good. That's enough for me, Elle Bunny. Okay, I'll pull over. Close your eyes and hold out your right hand. Are you gonna... No, unlike you, psychopath, I will not put a bug in it. It wasn't a bug, it was a caterpillar. And it was fuzzy. Oh, I remember. Come on, give me your hand. I forgot how tiny her hands were. And how they were always so cold. Why are your fingers freezing in the middle of the desert? Must be the ice that runs through my veins. Jace is always whining about it. Who's Jace? She slipped something metallic onto my arm. If you're not going to shut your eyes, at least stop fidgeting. It tightened to a snug fit around my wrist. Oh.
Put some of the junk in the trunk.
Whoa. What is it? It's a field grid. It's a 6th gen biofeedback device for your feels. The color and intensity show your mood. Basically the way you feel in your body at that exact moment. You're yellow, which means you're feeling positive. Probably because of my awesome gift. I've got the necklace edition, so you feel good green. Now we can both have like total awareness of our emotional well-being. You know, take care of each other and all that junk. Aw, it's obvious. It's like the best friendship bracelet necklace ever. Exactly. So it's reading my brainwaves? Nah, it reads your blood. That is dope. Fucking science, right? It's literally magic. Everything we feel is because our brain has triggered some chemical to flood our system, right? So this has a little sensor that reads all the molecules as they go surfing through your tubes. Oh my god, I love it. What is vibrating on my controller? See, it just moved towards yellow, which means you just had a little burst of happy feels. There are 4 basic colors. Green is feeling good too, but lower energy, like real chilled out. Red is angry, anxious, agitated, and blue as well. Blue. I don't know. I thought it'd be really cool for you to see your colors. People can be so fake, you know? But everything I know with a feel grid, it's like an emotional superpower. Keeping it real is like second nature now. Even without talking for months. She still knew me so well. She didn't even see how I'd gone off on Liam just now. See, I feel like I thought my controller was vibrating, but maybe it's not because it's not registering. I've been a little all over the place, honestly. It is fine. I get it. This just lets you know that what you're feeling is temporary. Is real, but that it's temporary. Plus now you'll know when your packs are giving you too much shit. See, there we go. But it's not. But like the rest of the... Like the controller is vibrating, but it's not. Too blue and you probably need to take a break. Too red, then you gotta stand up for yourself, okay? It's like nothing is... It's like the pause and start buttons are working, but nothing else registers. I don't know, weird. Otherwise it'll explode. No, but you might. And I've seen what that looks like. This thing tells people they're pissing you off, so you don't have to. I know confrontation is more my thing. But as you can see, I'm surfing a chill green wave at the moment. Chill as a cucumber. Lena, you're still saying it wrong? What? What's it supposed to be? Cool. Cool as a cucumber. Oh my god, I missed you. Damn, I even tried to remember it, like, cucumbers are served chilled. Well, I missed you too, lady. See, now I know that made you happy and not, like, pissed at me. It's broken, I'm totally pissed. Okay, but I'm being serious. It's not a big deal, but the way we fought when I left... I wasn't trying to hurt you. I know. really don't want my feelings to upset anyone, but you do feel things. A lot, actually. Which is something I really love about you. Your heart is so amazing, and the way you feel things... It's kind of beautiful. But bottling all that up doesn't make it go away. And when it all comes out, it's kind of intense. Like that night. You're right. But I'm here, and you're here, and we're starting over. And we're both gonna be better about saying how we feel. Oh, I didn't want to risk making her mad. The weight on my chest would pass. And we're good, right? Hell yes. Oh, wait, lift off my ribcage. We were in sync again. We could always talk about the serious stuff later. Savi and I had all the time in the world now. So, how do we get to your place? My pajamas are calling my name. Oh shit, I'm really sorry, but... Can you take me somewhere else really quick first? Oh my god, lady. Sure, where are we going? Well, I need you to drop me off, actually. It's this guy, and trust me, it's kind of a huge mess. You don't want to know. Is everything okay? Totally. Kind of. I don't know, honestly. I kind of fucked up at work, and I've just got to go fix it before shit comes down on my head. I wish we could just go straight to this awesome ramen shop you're gonna love instead of helping my dumb ass. It's a little embarrassing. Say no more. You're the best. I mean it. Well, right back at you. He lives in this totally weird rich person dorm called Kinfolk. The place is crawling with techie scum. So what do you have to do? She rubbed her knees together. She always did that when she was feeling uncomfortable. Wonder if she knew that. He's a good client, and I ran my big mouth and pissed him off. So now I have to go ass kiss a little, give the baby his bottle. He's been dying to get into this club, and tonight I can actually make it happen. But you should totally come meet up with me and Jace later. You could just pick up another ride, right? Who knows, maybe it'll be some cutie who wants to show you around LO. Hang on. Seriously though, who's Jace? My guy. It's only been a minute, but we have this super intense connection. Like sunshine, butterflies, all that shit. I bet you'll really like him. I can try and get you on the list. Just let me text Jake's. Okay, cool. So how long have you been with him? Yes, cool. Okay, he says he'll text you all the deets soon. Great, I'll just wait for the deets. I've just got to do this thing, then you should head over. So when... Oh, this is it. Kinfolk. I'll text you in like an hour tops, okay? Then come meet us. Sounds good. See you soon, roomie. Welcome to LO, and remember, pick up a cute PAX next. I watched her bounce up the illuminated steps and vanish into a soaring apartment tower, half spacecraft, half greenhouse, and covered in glowing triangles. What was this place? Capra cars buzzed around me like I was inside some kind of nest. A few of the people inside gave my car a definite look from beyond their tinted windows, and they were right. I wasn't supposed to be here. I was supposed to be with Sabi, and even for her, this is a little much. But it was just a detour, no big deal. I'd do one more ride to earn some coin, then we'd be back in sync. Things just had a way of being spontaneous with Sabi, and I was never as happy as I'd been when we were together. Thank you. Hello, how are you feeling today? Your new Feel Grid is a biofeedback device that displays your emotional state as a color. Yellow, green, blue, or red. Yellow. Intense, in a good way. Your Feel Grid also measures the intensity of your emotions in 3 levels: low, medium, and high. Ooh. The more your Feel Grid lights up, the more intense your feelings. The circumplex, fancy science term. This map represents the full spectrum of emotions. Yes, even the icky ones. Each segment is in a unique state, so even though you may feel like a jumble of emotions, your Feel Grid will let you know which one you are actually experiencing, even if it's a little unpleasant. Feel free. Notice how you think and react when you're in each color. The idea of the Feel Grid is simply to illuminate the feelings in your body so you can tune into your emotional awareness. Stay centered. There's no such thing as a bad emotion. Really, just remember that the dark outer edges of the map are more intense feelings, while the lighter shades in the center are more mellow. All emotions are valid, but the outer limits of the Feel Grid are meant to tell you something. Like it's time to take a break, take a nap, or even just take a moment to center. Now take a deep breath and good luck out there. Current status. You're in the red. You may be feeling anger, fear, or disgust. In the red, your heart rate is elevated and you may have symptoms of tension such as headaches, jaw clenching, or stomach pains. You're likely to have difficulty focusing and experience forgetfulness or poor judgment. Try to take deep, slow breaths and avoid spiraling into negative thinking. Oh, let's read all that already. Not FDA approved. Alright, we have a new journal entry. Look out, Los Ojos, here I come. Snacks, toothbrush, basically everything. Pajamas, books, dad's vase. Excite, very guess. Top neocab in cab driver in Los Ojos. Moving costs, 33 coin. And you're awesome, DJ. We have a pickup request. Where's the combine? We should go charge. Because we have like no charge. Definitely time for a recharge. Plus the weird way the hum of the charging stations made my head feel with cotton. I kind of loved it. Even if it was probably killing brain cells. It would cost me 1.32 coin per bar. A little steep, but here it was. I'll get a full charge. Sank back into my car. Alright. Let's go pick up Allie Bream. Peace, love, and Los Ojos. Sorry, I'm ready to meet you, but still 2 blocks away. Can you just stop at the next corner instead of the pickup zone? I'm out of breath. Great. Not doing what the PAX wanted could hurt my star rating, but pulling over in an AV zone would risk a stop from the LOPD. Not to mention a ticket that would set me back some serious coin. I couldn't risk the ticket. I drove past the pin a block or so and pulled up to a drab warehouse that had been turned into lofts. Hey, sorry, can we go? Of course. Oh my gosh, she's got a whole lot of shit going on there. It's cool. I glanced at her suit for a second. What was she wearing? Half my packs have those holospace displays, but the full body thing. Barely an hour here and already Savvy was flaking and my pack was covered in weird gadgets. Welcome to Los Ojos. What's good? Any plans tonight? Yeah, kinda. I just moved here. And it's been interesting. I took a deep breath. Come on, Savvy. I thought we were past this. Yeah. LO is usually pretty interesting no matter what. Oh wait, I gotta top up. Mind if I plug in? The suit's running low. My car's battery was terrible at holding a charge, but it looked like I could spare some at the moment. I need the good rating more than charge. Sure, happy to help. Thanks. Gotta stop forgetting to charge at every stop. Capper makes you pay extra to use the port in their cars. Hey, we don't nickel and dime people here at NeoCab. Never let people say gig working solidarity isn't a thing. Maybe this good deed will help me when I'm limping along to a charging station later. You don't have to worry about your rating with me. I used to be a Capper mate. Keep it above 4.8 stars or else. That's pretty strict. Seriously, you get one person having a bad day and there goes your rating. You ever worked for Capra? I did. Never again. A lot of drivers went into Capra mates after the culling. We got a pretty raw deal. Capra just patched our cars over the air. I was right at the beginning of a shift. I booted up, but the wheel was locked. Then it drove me home. Seriously? I would have freaked. So wait, sorry, one sec. How long have you been driving for NeoCab? It's so annoying when packs try to pretend they didn't just zone out into their hollow space for a second. Almost 2 years. But I try not to think about it. Moving on, though. What's your opinion of NeoCab, the company? Was I missing something about these questions? And how honest did she expect me to be? It's great. Oh, hey, did you see the sign we just drove past? That's like the best banh mi in the town. The words went straight to my stomach. I hadn't stopped to eat all night. Ooh, do they have pork floss? Love me some swine twine. No, but they do this machine spun soy protein fiber mesh. It's like umami cotton candy. So, hey. Would you say your opinions on Sophie's Law are mostly positive or negative? Remind me what that is? Sorry, that's a dumb question. Why would a NeoCab driver be for something that bans all non-automated cars? Wait, what? So a few weeks ago, this famous ballet dancer died in a car attack. People were just out having a good time, and this guy drove straight into a crowd. Sophie and like 15 other people were killed. That's awful. Is that why I've seen so many police? Probably. People are pretty worked up. Anyway, the vote is in a few days, so it'll all blow over soon. Blow over. If the law passed, it looked like I'd be out of a job. A capper buzzed by me. Of course. Make human drivers illegal, and how else will people get around the city? So, I know it's dumb, but I just need a clear answer. Here, I'll repeat the question. Would you say your opinions on Sophie's Law are mostly positive or negative? Wait a sec, was she reading these off some kind of script? So what's that you're wearing? Oh right, you're new in town. I do surveillance for Capra. Surveillance? Yeah, like surveillance is from above. Surveillance is from below. Is that... I don't think Capra is below anybody. Well, it's like surveillance is what the cops and the NSA do. What Capra does is business collection... There's data collection, business intelligence, you know, help the community, improve service. They've got cameras and sensors all over this suit. I'm like a big sponge sucking in data from everything and sending it to Capra. Amazing. Wonderful. So you've been recording our conversation all along? Yeah? Sorry, I forget I'm even doing it. It's just always tracking. Ambient radiation, my own vitals. If there's an off-the-shelf sensor for it, I'm probably wearing it. So those questions are what Capra wants to know about us, huh? They let us chat a little bit, but yeah, it's their questionnaire. Like opposition research stuff. Gotta fill my quota. I'm really sorry. I just assume everyone I talk to knows. So I've been talking to Capra this whole time. About me. About the job I scraped together when they fired me. I felt my shoulders tighten and dug my nails into the wheel. All the Capras snaking through the lane suddenly came into focus like a swarm, like I was surrounded. I tried to breathe. I gotta say, I'd wish I'd gotten some warning. Oh no, that does not look good. She was staring right at my wrist. My field grid was blazing red. Let me switch this damn thing off. Can you do that? I just did. I should have realized when you said it's your first night in LO. All this stuff is normal to me. We're so focused on our metrics. It's a terrible introduction, but... Welcome to Los Ojos. We've got great food and a shitty panopticon. Won't you get in trouble for shutting it off? I might. But it's not worth making you miserable, you feel? She was quiet for the first time. I could feel her relaxing now that the suit had gone dark. Allie flashed a smile at me, and I could finally see her face. Anyways, I love your hair. I cut mine short like that once. I miss it. In this heat, I just want to shave it all off. That's a whole look, you know? Am I babbling? It's been too long since I've talked to someone real. Ever since I took this job, it's like I'm just a passenger in this suit, you know what I mean? Capra does the talking, and I'm along for the ride. I got that when I was drawing for Capra, too. I still have the keys somewhere. I should mount them like antlers. Definitely. I pulled up to a shopping center, skyscrapers on one side and the skeletons of their future neighbors on the other. Hey, Allie. Don't give up. You'll find something better. Yeah, gotta stay on your hustle, right? Thanks for not kicking me out of your car. Never let them say gig worker solidarity isn't a thing, right? Damn right. I'll hit you up if I need a real human again. Good luck in Los Ojos. I watched the suit blink back into life as she vanished into a crowd of shoppers. Looked like Capra could find their way to my car no matter what. Even though through a sweetheart like Allie. Allie, Bream gave you 5 stars. Gig folk gotta stick together. Rating stayed perfect. Now in Liberty Heights. As I turned the corner, I slowed the car. A throng of people had gathered in the street. They surrounded an empty Capra car in a messy circle. They were yelling, barking things at each other and at the car. A few were taking swings at it with chains and socket wrenches. The auto car made dozens of tiny rapid-fire turns, trying to free itself from the circle. I thought of a moth trapped between window panes. Then, another sound. Is that my back door? What the hell? I need to get out of here. I need you to go. I'll pay. What the... Listen, I'll explain, but we need to go. You're a neocab, right? You drive people. We need to go. I can't be here. Your field grid state colors your choices, sometimes adding new options and sometimes disabling them. Let's just take a breath. Okay. Oh, no. My pulse raced and my ears so loud I couldn't think straight. What the hell are you doing in my car? You want to ride? You go through neocab. You don't just open my door without asking. Look, I'm sorry. Seriously. But that's my fucking bike under the wheels of that Capra, okay? I nearly died. And if we don't get out of here now, the cops will be here and my life will actually be over. What the fuck? I can explain everything, but first you need to put some distance in between us and that mob. Okay, we're getting out of here, and then you're explaining everything. I clenched my hands on the wheel. No way I was letting anything slide right now. Bro. I get it. That sounds... Heat flared into my face. I was sick and tired of being pushed. No! You know what? No. That's not what I wanted. If the cops are coming, that's your issue. And stop telling me what to do from the backseat of my own car. I'll let the silence and the tension fill the space. The Pax looked so scared. The mob outside was getting worse, and I really want to deal with LOPD right now. Hey, hey, you've got panic eyes. I see you. Do you see me? I usually get a read on a person the first time I see their face. Savvy called it my truth download. Not like she ever listened when it was about someone she wanted to date. But I need to be calm to hear that little voice inside my head, and this PAX had me all riled up. I met their eyes in the rearview mirror. And it worked. It was as clear as if they were saying it out loud. I knew they were sorry, they were safe, and they were just trying to survive. Like me. You're the sort of person who feels things really intensely, right? Well, this is an intense situation.
Whoa.
Please, take 1 second to see me asking you for help, and drive. I drove. Oh my god, please. I felt frozen like things were terrible, and they always would be. I held their gaze. I felt the fear evaporate. My pulse slowed. There we go. They trailed off as they watched my field grid crash from angry red into a chill green. It seemed to calm them down, too. She's got her earring, I think. You're wearing one of those feel things. It looks like we're cool. Choose your words and facts carefully to shift your mood in a new direction and change your story. We're cool. That's good, because me and the LOPD are not. Floor it! I got us out of there in the nick of time, just as the squad cars rolled up and the bike punks scrambled into the night. What's your name? I'm Azul. Why does adrenaline ever have to wear off? This shit hurts, dude. I'm Lena. Where are we going? Take me. Shit, I need to get to work. I work at this club in Les Rouge. It's not that far. Shit. Ow. Are you okay? I'm bleeding. All over the backseat of my car? Oh no, can I help? Can you give me stitches and antibiotics? No. Is it that bad? No, forget it. I'm just rattled. Thanks for asking. Don't worry, I won't mess up your car. That was thoughtful. NeoCab is supposed to cover cleaning costs for things like that. But once they do, there's always a mysterious operations surcharge that'll pop up in your paycheck a few days later. I got hit by a Capra. I was on my bike. It came out of nowhere, sideswiped me, then it just kept driving. Right over my fucking bike.
She got me.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just lucky. I'm lucky I just got a scrape. It just stings like hell. And all those people just showed up? No. No, I called a Radix swarm. What's a Radix swarm? You know who Radix is, right? No clue. We're activists. We stand up against corporate entities like Capra. Radix is all about direct action to change the city for the people. Getting rid of cars, that's just the seed. What grows from that are safer streets, public transit that works, a big chunk bitten out of the luxury market. Most people just see us as punks on bikes, but most people are blind. So then, what's a swarm? If you're a member of Radix and you're in trouble, like if you get hit by a fucking Capra, you send up a flare on the app to call a Radix swarm. It alerts the other members, shows them where you are, tells them you need help. Radix has an app. All I could feel were good vibes. I just want to Okay. So that was help? Doesn't seem like it did much for you if you're here with me. I know, it just got crazy. I don't know. I didn't expect that. Is this your first time calling a swarm? Yeah. But it's like, I don't know, it's not supposed to be like that. What's it supposed to be like? I don't know, I thought they'd save me, but it was like they just showed up to fuck up the Capra car. Nobody tried to get my bike or whatever. One dude helped me up, but like the second I said I was okay, it didn't matter. I didn't matter anymore. I'm sorry. That sucks. Yeah. But I'll get you where you need to go. That makes it even worse. Why do you say that? Because it's still a fucking car. You're still putting people at risk every day. Plus, I shouldn't be riding around a death machine in front of a bunch of Radix folks. Getting out of there was the right idea. Do you think they saw me get in? Nah. They seemed pretty focused on the car. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I feel them relaxed. Just a little. What a fucking night. My leg's killing me. My bike's gone. They're probably gonna ask me to leave Radix. I doubt that. They need people like you. People who cruise around in fucking death machines. People who call cars fucking death machines. Yeah, okay. Like, whatever. Look, where I'm going, I don't want them to see me get out of your car. So can you just drop me off, like, corner of Guadalupe and Sanders? I'll walk the rest of the way. On that leg. It's just a scrape. I'm fine. Your call? Well, yeah. They lean to look out the window. Okay, here's good. Maybe just pull into the alley. The whole block looked pretty deserted, but I still slipped into the shadows. Whatever would put their mind at ease. You don't, like, record this, right? That's the NeoCab deal? Right. No camera, nothing on the app. You were never here, Azul. Okay. Well, how much do I owe you? No charge. For real? You're kind of a hottie. You're in a tough situation. I would have wanted to get out of there too. Don't worry about the money. Just be safe. Damn, thank you. Listen, you didn't have to help it like that. I really appreciate it. But, like, what you saw. No worries. I'll keep it quiet. Thanks. Shit, wait, I didn't get your name. Sorry. Lena. Cool. Thanks, Lena. I'm Azul. I said that right? You did, and you're welcome. Have a good night. Azul stepped out of the car, stumbling a bit like they couldn't put too much weight on their name. Twisted. Without so much as a look back, though, they shook it off and limped into the alley. It was well after midnight, and I'd met my ride quota. I checked my fuel grid. Yellow, green. On most nights, I'd call it quits about now, or maybe push on for one last ride if I had it in me. But until I heard from Salvi, I had nowhere to go. When was she gonna text me back? Subwoofer. Excuse me. He in pain. I gather my strength to rise once again. The Book of Metawapian. Let's go hit the... Sometimes I gotta charge just to break up a shift. It was always so still at these places, almost peaceful. Did the price go up? I considered my next move. I just was worried about not making it to another ride without another charge. Let's go up to Klausberg, student of the world. Any opinions expressed on this feed are mine and mine alone. Or we have Luke Cab Howard, who is Neocab Prime. Strategic intelligence analysis. Here there be opinions engaged at own risk. Let's do that. Luke was at New West Coast, a brutalist nightclub with 19th century saloon doors. According to the neon signage, inside you could get liquor. I heard through the doors like he was looking for his horse. Well, he'd found me. The sour, sweet stink of booze flooded my car. It took a second to adjust to the new air. Oh. He didn't seem to be in a talkative mood. I figured we should just get moving. He's like... His head dipped out of my rear view for a second. Oh. Hey. Hey. Did you know there's puke on the floor? Looked over my shoulder. He just puked in it. Oh no. Yeah, you see? The smell hit me. Was that absinthe and ribs? Oh. My eyes watered. I smashed the button to crack my window. What the hell? You mind opening your window? Yeah, no problem. I guess the air helped a little, but the ship had sailed. Dude, you just throw up in my car. Sorry? No, this was here when I got in. Your last passenger must have done that, because I did not. Allie? Would Allie have done that? That's not possible. How can you be sure? I think I can tell when someone throws up in my car. But you're saying I did. And I didn't. So you obviously can't tell. My pulse throbbed to my temples. Was this guy getting to me? Or was it just that I hadn't been able to breathe since he got in? I saw your head go down when you got in. Shouldn't you have been keeping your eyes on the road? In fact, I remember you were watching the road. So I don't think you really know what you saw. Ever heard of a rearview mirror, bro? Ever hear of innocent until proven guilty? Sis. I can smell it, and it definitely did not smell until you got in the car. No, you didn't smell it until I said something. Even if I did do it, which I didn't. You obviously didn't smell it as soon as... Already you regret picking up this guy. You're drunk. Drunk people vomit. Am I drunk, though? What proof do you have of that? I can smell it on you. Yeah, so I've had one beer. Lock me up, officer, I guess. Besides, does every drunk person puke in your cab? I doubt it. Sorry, you're not convincing me. Are you 6 years old? Just own it. I'm an American citizen, and I'm not going to own something I didn't do. Oh my god. Oh, I'm sick of this. At least it was almost 2 o'clock. I could call it a night after this. You win. I win? I win? My feet are in your passenger's vomit. Look, I'd rather not be that guy. But these are shoes cost me 70 coins, so I'm gonna file a complaint. I had nothing more to say to him. I'm still trying to decide if it was worse to breathe through my mouth or my nose. We finally arrived at his stop. It felt coming to the finish line of a marathon. Hey, look at that. You're here. It's been real. I bit my tongue. Oh, no way it was a...
What is this movie?
I hope you feel better soon. Just so you know, I did not throw up in your car. And if I did, I certainly wouldn't tell you, obviously. Luke was finally gone. Well, not all of him. I'd do something about that mess in the bag. I held my breath and dealt with it. I was loving life in Los Ojos. Absolutely thrilling. I snapped a photo first. Neocab's supposed to reimburse us if we have proof someone got sick, but there's no guarantee. For a second, I thought it'd be funny if I sent it to Savi. Let's see her ignore that. But I didn't do it. Move out to the big city, Lena. We'll have a great time. You'll mop up puke with a rag. Puke her face. Worst driver ever. You 1 star. Driver picked me up with fresh vomit in the back seat. Unacceptable. Oh my god! It dropped me by half! Jesus. So sorry. Lena, fast as you can. Where are you? What? Warning it, be there ASAP. What is going on? An LOPD speed trap nearly nabbed me on the way over. Too close. But I still wasn't fast enough. This is definitely it. The location of Savi's SOS pin. It was just an empty lot in between some abandoned storefronts. I could only see as far as my headlights, but there was no trace of her. No text since so sorry either. I tried texting one more time. There was no answer. I just missed her? If I had driven faster, would she be getting into my car right now, laughing off her crazy night? It was so dark, I could barely see the broken bottles all over the ground. This wasn't a good place for anyone to wait around at night, especially alone. Especially someone like Savi. Then I saw it. Oh my god, what? Face down on the curb, her phone. I grabbed it and a chill ran up my arms. It was shattered right in the center of the hollow screen, now totally dark and cold. It looked like it had been stepped on. There was a sticker on the back, a punk-looking symbol of a wasp inside a bicycle gear. I sketched it in my journaling app and stashed her phone in my glove box. The Radix. That explained the radio silence. What had happened here? Someone must have grabbed it from her. Someone who didn't want her texting me.
Oh, I got picked up.
Who would do that? If you know her at all, you know Savi's not someone you should mess with. My field grid went hard red. That seemed about right. I wondered what Savi's field grid looked like right now. What was she feeling? What was she thinking? All I could imagine was not comforting. I tried to push back my thoughts and focus on what I could do right now. I remembered what Azul had told me about Radix. No cops. My body felt crazy, like I was buzzing with nerves, but at the same time could barely keep a thought in my head. I had nowhere to go, and no one to help talk things out. All I could do was try to get some sleep. My only option was Crasher to find a cheap motel or a spare room somewhere. Anywhere but a Capper capsule if I could afford it. Closed up on Neocab shift. At least I'd hit my quota before my world turned upside down. Awful. Not enough coin. Nope. I don't want a Kappa crash. Capsule. Motel Aztec. Big Z South Landmark. Motel Aztec. Relaxed lodging with hot tub, parking, and continental breakfast. Luis's home, my little corner of Ojos. I can offer you privacy, comfort, green tea, no judgment, and a world-class bed. Yeah, whatever. We're gonna go there. It was a stretch to afford Louise's place, but when she showed me in my bed, all of my concerns melted away. Smart gel, foam, latex, hybrid mattress, anatomical springs, thermoregulated duvet. Could this be real? I missed what the pillow said. I couldn't help it. Tears welled up in my eyes. Louisa squeezed my shoulder, then came back with a mug of green tea. For me. Long day, she asked. Do you want to talk? Honestly, I would love to just not talk for a minute. I completely understand, she said, and backed out of the room like she was never there. The total silence and the full body hug of the mattress made me feel like I was floating. Like all of my troubles were bouncing away on the thermoregulated buckwheat springs. Then I slept, clean and dreamless, and I woke up the instant the alarm went off. I felt more than relaxed or rested. I felt like I just scored the winning point and landed the jump and nailed the high note all at once. What a mattress. I could use one of those. I got back in the car. Night 2. The memory of what had happened last night was a shadow over everything around me. The desperate text, Savi's smashed phone. I tried to quiet my mind and just feel into my body for a second. I felt rested, but a little groggy, like my mind was wrapped in a synth felt blanket. At least my feel grid was chilling in the green. Ugh, this wasn't working. Where the hell was she? This wouldn't be the first time she ghosted, but this felt different. I knew basically nothing about what her life in Los Ojos was like. Savi was headed to a nightclub, but its name? Total mystery. Oh, and she was in some kind of trouble at work, whatever that was. I tried to recall as many details as I could about last night, scribbling in my journal app until my hand ached. Maybe I'd seen that symbol on her phone before after all. It wasn't a name, but it was a person to track down in a neighborhood. As long as I met my neocab quota, I could stay on the search without losing my job and leaving LO as a total disaster. Ugh. Journal. Let's see. Dropped off at 9 p.m. Rich person dorm. Jace never texted Deeds. Savi seemed upset. I kind of fucked up at work. Where? Found phone smashed with weird sticker. Azul's tattoo. Radix. Last text 2 a.m. Savi, where are you? Yeah. Pretty sure that's Radix. What is this? Una St. Clair. All things to all people. Let's charge first. And then we'll... Charging up before I was running low. My dad would be so proud. Yeah, 132 a bar still. Full charge. I continued on my way.
I don't know.
Una St. Clair. I need to get the cadence and I need to get there fast. What's that? A restaurant?
Yeah.
It's the casino. The big one? I remember when cab drivers were expected to memorize things like this. Sorry, I haven't updated my programming in a while. You're AI and self-aware? How ghastly. No, sorry, I'm just aware of my bad jokes. Humor, yes, wonderful. I love humor. It's very human. Anyway, don't mind me. I'm just pressed for time. Head to Frontiera, north side. That was a straight shot. Easy trip. Oh no, don't go that way. Rajanyemi Square is a mess. You can barely get through. She sounded like she knew what she was talking about. Must be some warning on her hollow space. I can go around. Would you like me to take Jean Street or Flambeer? Choose one at random. And I do mean random. As random as you can make it. How can you make it random when there's only two? Well, this is a whole different kind of backseat driving. Psychological. Flambeer sounded like an adventure. She muttered something to herself and looked pensive. Not Jean? You said to choose. Wait. Ah, yes. That's just what I needed. Are we trying to lose a tail or something? Are you about to rob this casino? Do you think it would be wise for me to tell you if I was? I'm gonna take this as a hard maybe. Fair enough. I like her hair. No, I was desperate for a bit of chance. A dose of entropy. Randomness, you know? Resets my mind. Sometimes one finds oneself in a rut of predictability. That's why humor is such a bomb. Comedy is based on the unexpected twist. I can't read. Interesting method. How about I pick a number? Between 1 and 10? Not that kind of randomness. I need a chance with real stakes. This is why I'm zooming down Flamboard towards a casino. Yes, but now I'm not sure it will work. The stakes are high in monetary terms, but they don't actually matter, don't you find? I stayed quiet. You've never been inside a casino, have you? Technically, I have not. No, the casino definitely isn't going to work. I need to find some entropy that matters. Why? What's this all about? Well, it's simple. Is it? Almost obvious. Is it? Something is wrong with the world. I mean, yeah. I agree with you there. Not that kind of wrong. A deeper kind. Sadly, I fear our timeline has become tangled. The universe is made of infinite timelines, always branching based on the tiniest decisions. It's perfectly coherent and stable, as long as the branches remain distinct. I waited for her to say more. So you see the obvious danger. Obvious is not quite the word I would have chosen. So if our timeline is tangled up with another one, how do we untangle it? Oh, I think that's well beyond our capabilities. But it's good to know how off-kilter one's reality is. It helps you decide how annoyed to be with friends who constantly reschedule lunch. Connor, for example. Has anyone canceled on you lately? Now that, Una, is a good joke. I thought as much. Tell me what happened. It should help me calibrate. I told her what had happened with that. Oh, it felt too raw to share with a complete stranger. Okay. I couldn't. No, it's nothing. It was too personal. Please. Your story could be very useful. I don't know why my captions aren't working currently. I can tell this is hard to talk about, but the coherence of our reality is at stake. I wondered if maybe it was just Una's personal reality that was not totally coherent. See, now they're... But she seemed so sharp, so logical. My dear, I'm listening. Told her about Sabi. I was supposed to move in with my best friend, and she didn't show. And now I don't know if she's in trouble or hurt Or maybe just the worst. She listened like my story was feeding her. Maybe I'd get 5 stars out of it, but it was a little creepy. So your friend just vanished? With no explanation? None. And you don't know how to feel about it. It confuses you. Wouldn't you be confused? Perfect. Perfect! I don't know if you caught the part where I said she might be hurt. She ignored me. Now this next part is crucial. If your friend hadn't disappeared, where would she be right now? I don't know. I just moved here. Please, just guess. Think in terms of chance and what if and maybe. Let them watch over you. I could tell she was never going to drop it. I might as well indulge her. Okay, if she hadn't just blinked off the map, Savvy would probably be here in my car. Right next to me in the passenger seat, just cruising. Savvy blowing perfect vape rings out the window, calling out compliments to everyone, whether they liked it or not. We'd be blasting some cheesy mix from high school. It would have been awesome. Yep, that's exactly where Savvy should be. She'd be right here with me. She looked around the cab as if she'd just noticed it. She would she? I remember Radix and what Savvy had said about being anti-car. Definitely. Well, drive me around then. Let me feel her absence. I passed the turn that would have taken us to the casino. Una sat like a statue, looking straight ahead. It wasn't the look most packs get when they're reading their screens. But then, she was reading Space-Time? My mind wandered, and I thought about all the maybe Sabis and other timelines. She'd be doing so many things. It was part of why I wanted to move in with her again. Maybe just splitting an order of pork buns at some hole-in-the-wall bao shop. Maybe we'd be raising to call each other pork buns. Move it, pork buns. Looking good, pork buns. You can pull over here, dear. Thank you.
You add another song to the queue.
That was good. Very useful. I wish I could pay you back in kind and help you locate your friend.
There it is.
Information is obscenely undervalued against coin, don't you agree? Any clue would help. I've got nothing to go on. Well, I can't tell you where she is, I'm afraid, but I can tell you where she was supposed to be. At this moment, in a stable timeline, she's at a terrible Berlin techno-themed club called Stan's Machine. Am I saying that right? It's not that far from here in any case. You're unbelievable, Una. I think I can use this. Think nothing of it. It's merely a byproduct of my work. So, I have to ask, are you a physicist? No, though you're not the first person to think that. Just a quantum statistician. Just think of me as an accountant, except the spreadsheet is very, very large. And you can be simultaneously rich and broke. I don't think I can handle that kind of uncertainty in my cap or cash account. Oh, don't worry about that. Counter-espionage is quite lucrative. In any case... Wait, back up. Counter-espionage? Ah, yes. With a little time, a little luck, and just the right entropy differential, no secret is safe. The only way to protect your communications from a quantum statistician is to hire a better one. And I'm the best there is, so... That's unbelievable. You'll see. Really mustache. Thank you for the ride. And the story. I love her. Timeline is indeed as unstable as I feared. And we might even be able to fix it. Wait. We might fix it. She slid out and walked up the street away from my car, zigging and zagging as she went. It looked random, and the sinking feeling in my stomach, that felt very, very certain. If there really were infinite timelines, where did they branch? I reached for my phone to find my next packs. Time to choose again. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and finish out this evening, and then plan to be like done 2 hours ago. But I'm really digging this game, and I wasn't anticipating. Oh, excuse me. I'm having to take a break to feed the baby, so let's just keep going for a little bit. Una St. Clair gave you 5 stars. Thank you for the honesty and the entropy. Thank God, we're back up above 4. Loose Rouge. Oh, switch you. Okay. New entry. No password is safe from the quantum wish. Oh, that's where we are. Let's, what's this? Fiona Pack. Good picture is one that's in focus and of a famous person. And then we have Sam Lucas. Let's go to Stan's machine. Let's see. Stan's machine was all dramatic haircuts, pounding bass, and scowls, and that was just the outside. The bouncer loomed in front of the door like a boulder. Given my complete lack of a poker face and an outfit that was still more cactus flats than Loose Rouge, I didn't look the part. I could send a few coin their way. Maybe I could flirt my way in. Maybe I could flirt my way in. I took a breath and... Hey, Neocap. Oh, hey, it's Azul. It's you. It's me. You lost? Not exactly. Hey, maybe you can help me. I'm looking for someone.
Right.
What? No, how are you? No, hey, Azul, nice to see you. Sorry. Hey, Azul, nice to see you. Nice to see you too. Listen, Azul, I don't... I know, I'm just kidding. Jeez. It's actually kind of good to see you. Didn't get to thank you for what you did. No need. I'm a driver. I drove you. Yeah, because I needed help. You got me where I needed to go. Not a lot of drivers would do that. Guess I'm not a lot of drivers. That's a good thing. Did you ever consider giving it up? This wasn't exactly what I wanted to talk about, but I couldn't risk Azul shutting down if I didn't humor them. Maybe one day. I recommend it. Huh. Although I guess it doesn't matter if you want to quit or not. Capra's gonna make that decision for you. Typical Capra.
No.
Yeah. Typical fucking Capra. You know that's how I lost my arm, right? Nope. I didn't. Yeah, and this was years ago. Guess there's no consequences when you're a megacore. Excuse me, spewing death traps all over the road. Listen, I'll pass on the lesson. Don't play chicken with those things. No. They love to talk about their 99.9999% safety rating or whatever. Want to know the truth? I wanted to know a truth, but maybe not this one. At this moment, when I came here because I needed info on my friend. So I needed to stay on their good side. Sure. Look at their fucking promos real close. There's an asterisk by the last 9 and 99.9%. What does it mean? That their 99 point whatever rating is only against other AVs on the Capra Mesh network. Their sensors see each other with perfect clarity. That's the only testing they've ever done, as far as we know. Sounds like Tesla. Some kid coming home late from study hall crossing in front of a Capra. Just a smudge on its lens. And a settlement that only covered about a quarter of my bills. I felt for us all. They were a little rough around the edges, but no one deserved that. Fuck Capra. At least we agree on something.
Thank you.
That's why I was so messed up the other night in your cab. Bad memories. I get it. I'm sure you do, but you're not here. You're probably not here to hear my life story. So why are you here? I need to get inside. I'm looking for a friend. She's gone missing. Her name's Savi, and everything in Azul's expression changed and they stood up straighter. Savi. You know Savi? You know Savi? No, seriously, Neocab, no bullshit. You know Savi? Yes. Why do you think she's in there? Because it's the only Radix club I know. And you're what? Her friend? Business associate? She's my best friend. Can I please just get inside? I need to know she's safe. Who says she's in trouble? Look, I saw her last night. She seemed pretty worked up over something. She said she'd explain when we met up in an hour or two. When she finally texted me a pin, I race over there and she's gone.
Like that song.
But there's her phone smashed on the pavement. Probably had a temper tantrum or something, smashed the phone and blew you off. What the fuck? She's intense like that. What? Azul, what the fuck? Was this a game? Azul was playing devil's advocate with Savi's safety.
Oh yeah, everything's a diet.
This is too much, even for her. And she would never leave her phone behind. But I figured I should come here because when I picked the phone up, there was this Radix sticker on it. Yeah, obviously. What do you mean, obviously? Why obviously? Because Savi's not part of just part of Radix. Savi, like, is Radix right now. This sounds insane. Savi's totally not the Radix type. Or, I mean, she wasn't a year ago. I guess anything was possible. I'd seen her reinvent herself more than once. Well, things change, Neocab. Plus, it's easy to become Queen Radix when your boyfriend is the de facto king. Radix is non-hierarchical, but there's no leaders, but it's definitely got cool kids. High school all over again. Who's the boyfriend? Jace, you don't know who she's dating? I haven't talked in years. You don't sound like a great best friend. We lost touch for a bit. Okay, so Savi came in with Jace a couple months ago, wrapped around him like a scarf. Suddenly she's at all the meetings. He's looking at her like she's a manic pixie bike girl. She's got all these bright ideas to take down Capra, and it's like, I don't know, classic. Do you think Capra might be tracking her? If she's high up in Radix now? Do you think there's anybody in LO Capra's not tracking?
A sport where people can...
I don't think that's it. But I'll tell you what I do think.
Hey, listen.
I think it's no fucking surprise she's gotten into hot water. Why not? Because that's how this shit goes. Savvy, listen, I know her. And I know her type. She's smart, she's dynamic, she's pretty, she's charming. She is a dream girl. I mean, everybody's kind of in love with her. Everybody wants her time. One night she's with Jace doing political organizing. Next time I see her, she's hanging out with some edgy DJ. Then the other day I'm passing Capra Tower and I see her with this tech bro douchebag. A Cappy shill straight out of Central Casting, wearing a hoodie and everything. And hey, you like this neocab? She's getting into his car. Is that the last time you saw her? Yeah, I said hey to her, asked her where she was going. She seemed like weird about it. Said something like her and her friend Charlie were gonna go talk. But she said friend, like, you know. Like there was something going on. I don't know. Oh, don't worry about him. He's just a friend. That tone. Do you have a thing for Savi? What? Do you? Well, I told you. I'm her friend. But it sounds like you're...
Right up.
interested. Whatever. Point is, I'm trying not to get involved. Seems like a recipe for drama, and that's some shit I don't need. I just need to know if she's okay. Wish I could help. Can I at least go in and ask around? Nah, he did a nice thing for me, NeoCab, but I'm not letting you in.
Wow. The ultimate DPS.
Stan's machine isn't your scene anyway. I'm not going to hang out, I'm going for Savi. If you want to use Savi's name to get in here, bring her with you. Is there anything I can do? Should probably just follow the trail of dudes she leaves in her wake. Find someone who gives a shit. You know, I've had it. I mean it. Find someone who'd notice she's missing, like the guys who follow her around like puppy dogs. Right, so...
You got Tracer in the back.
Jace, Hot DJ, Capra Charlie. Easier than trying to get any Radix to talk to a death dealer. Fine. It's been great catching up, NeoCab, but I'm on the clock. Aren't you? It's been a real pleasure. You're welcome for all the help. Drive safe. I waved and headed back to the road. Follow the dudes. Jace I knew about, and when had Savvy not been stringing along some DJ? But I'm to a car with a Capra type? That didn't add up.
Junk.
Charlie. He must be the one she was meeting the night she disappeared at that rich person dorm, kinfolk. I didn't exactly have much to go on, but a clue was a clue. Girl needs to do her nails. Okay, so we need to find Charlie. Who's this motherfucker? I don't have 5 stars right now. Let's go visit Sam Lucas, I guess. I spotted him standing in front of Buzzburger, gawking at the pedestrians like he was in an aquarium. Ah, tourist. I idled and waited for him to notice me. Hi, are you Lena? I'm Sam. He held his phone with his ride request as if showing me important documents. Yep, that's me. First time using NeoCab? Oh jeez, is it that obvious? Is his shirt glowing? You just looked a little star-struck by everything, that's all. Like a real noob, right? I suppose that's fair. Did you just say noob? Wait, do people still use that word? I think I haven't heard it since I was a kid. Well, that makes sense, I guess. I really lost track of the lingo while... Never mind. While what? You were in jail? That was a little weird. So, where are you visiting from? Visiting? No, I'm coming back home. I suppose I do look like a tourist, though. Maybe a little. Oh, you're just being nice. I bought this shirt from a Capra charging station, okay? In that case, you definitely look like a tourist. Well, I'll take it. It's better than the truth. I've had enough late-night confessionals in my car to know when someone had a secret they didn't really want to keep. So, what made you want to take a NeoCab? Oh my god, look out! There's no one driving that car. I followed his panic, but it was just a standard Capra cab buzzing towards us. The Capra? Are you serious? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I've just never seen one in real life before, and seeing a car speeding towards me without anyone driving it. God, it really freaks me out. I can see that. Look, I don't want to pry, but this is getting weird. You're right, it's my first night back in Los Ojos in a while. Like, 15 years. -5 for good behavior. Or exactly 3,413 very long days. It felt like he was searching for the right words. So much has changed while I was inside. It's a little overwhelming, to be honest. But I thought a NeoCab might be a good place to start. Well, welcome back, I guess. My pulse raced and my ears so loud I couldn't think straight. Thanks, Con, that was a new one. Never a dull moment here at NeoCab. 10 years. So in that case, let's just think of you as a time traveler. In the world's worst time machine? Yikes, I hope that didn't come across as condescending. Sounds good to me. Is there anything you want to know about? That right there. How'd they get my face? Storefronts lit up with custom window displays as we passed by. The mannequins and dresses imported my face, and the ones in utility pants pulled in Sam's pic from his NeoCab profile. Yeah, as long as you have a pic on some API somewhere, we're all the models now. Alright, I think that's enough of an update for one night. Too much information? It's a lot to take in, yeah. Plus, I'm finally starting to see things I recognize. The city streaming by couldn't have been less familiar to me. The towering skyline, the neon signs fighting for the attention of an empty street. Sam's face had gone soft and dreamy, like he was seeing old friends. I had a list of stuff I was going to do as soon as I got out. Get a proper haircut and some clothes that weren't orange. And now, the thing I've been picturing the most. Walking through her door again for dessert. I stayed quiet. My weekly quota for weird sex story was already maxed out. I'm a little nervous about seeing Aunt Cassie again, honestly. I don't know if she'd recognize me. So I'm taking him to get dessert from his aunt? Your aunt? Yeah, she's not really my aunt, though. She's just amazing and makes the best cookies. Well, good for him for having his own sugar mama. Sounds like quite a lady. She is, absolutely. Thanks for chatting with me about all this. It makes me feel like I'm a normal person. Can I ask why you went to jail? Sure, why not? So I was just out of college and I had this roommate. Good dude, but flaky. And sure enough, 2 months in a row, he couldn't make rent. I didn't have any savings or any job, and the place was in my name, so I was scrambling. One day he brings me this deal. Let some guys keep their opium plants at our place for a few months. No selling, no dealing, just taking care of the plants. Gardening, basically. I've always been good with plants, and it paid our rent, and then some. Yikes. Yeah, got caught after the second month. And since we had so much product, they charged us as if we were like drug kingpins. And when, swear to God, I've never even smoked a joint. Sounds awful. It wasn't great. But I had a coping mechanism. Everyone has a thing, has to have a thing in prison, you know? The skill you bring to the table so the guys respect you. I don't know how to fix cars, and I pretty much had 0 connections. Can't draw to save my life, so no one wanted my stick figures as a tattoo. Are you saying you won over a group of convicts with cookies? I know, world's lamest inmate, but it was all I could do, believe me. A lot of the guys had never baked anything before. Been baked, but never baked. That was my regular joke. Not bad. Ugh. See, I told you baking is my only skill. He reached into his back jacket pocket and unwrapped a perfectly golden cookie. Here, I baked a few this morning to show her how she saved me, even when I was inside. I want you to have one. I could see the chocolate chips were dark and just melted enough. The edges looked crisp and the middle looked soft and buttery. Heaven. I ate it without a second thought. It was chewy and delicious. Oh my god. Do you like it? This is like cookie nirvana. Oh, take a left. I walked down the street so many times, either looking for trouble or trying to get out of some. But it's gonna be different now. Cassie's Cookies. What do you think of that name? Seems pretty perfect to me. Good. That's a relief. Honestly, the shop is kind of the only thing I have to look forward to right now. His voice buzzed with energy. That and seeing Aunt Cassie. We're almost there. How do I look? I can see on my navigator that we were close to the address, but I wasn't sure this particular part of Los Ojos has stayed the same all these years. You look great. You're really nice, you know that? Not a lot of people would be so kind to someone like me. Wait, is this Beaumont Drive? It is. I pulled up to a glow, not the charming porch light of some kind woman's house, but the neon glare of a Capra charging station. It was right here. What's going on? No, this can't be. I kept quiet. It's gone. She's gone. Do you have her number or anything? I don't even know her last name. What? God, I must look so pathetic to you. Don't worry about that. Sam kept silent except for loud, shaky breaths. I could feel him willing himself not to cry. The tension was making my stomach hurt. Take all the time you... Oh, I was too buried in my own problems to be much help. There's a pretty decent hostel I could take you to. I appreciate that, but those places always seem to run out of rooms when guys like me show up. You know what? I need to stop kidding myself. I know where you can take me. The Grackle. Shitty bar. You know it? I don't, but... Can't I take you somewhere that's not a bar? Where would you suggest I go? I don't know. You still need dessert, right? A coffee shop? You're really nice, but I'm not really... No. I'm not sure I can stand any place that's well lit, you know? I can understand that. I started up the engine and rolled out of the neighborhood with all its ghosts. It's not a drink I'm after, believe me. Been sober going on 11 years now. But I know there will at least be a few familiar faces sitting at the bar. And if Deb still owns the place, she might let me crash on the break room sofa. The Grackle was close. It made sense that it had been his regular haunt, and I doubted he was the first person to head there after a stint in prison. It's probably not my place to say it, but I still think Cassie's Cookies is a good idea. All the bakeries in LO are so trendy now. Flavor foam, savory donuts, ew. There's something refreshing about a chocolate chip cookie. Something classic. Well, as a time traveler, I have to say, classic sounds a lot like old. The dive bar loomed in our sight before I could respond. A few gnarly motorcycles and gnarlier looking characters loitered out front. With his choir boy haircut and pristine jeans, Sam definitely had a rough road ahead. Look, I hate to ask you this, but I wasn't planning on having to pay for a place to sleep tonight. Aunt Cassie had one of those industrial mixers I was going to use for the bakery. Now I have to buy one, but banks don't usually give out loans to ex-cons, you know. What do you need? It's too much, I'm sorry. How much? 20 coin would really help. 20 coin is a lot, but you need it more than I do. I know what it's like to need help getting back on your feet. Thank you, Lena. I hope someone shows you a kindness someday, like you have for me. Before I could respond, he hopped out into the night. He was probably just embarrassed. But in this town, it seems like everyone needed a little extra help, even a guy who just wanted to bake chocolate chip cookies. Welcome back to the world, Sam. Sam Lucas gave you 5 stars. The kindness of strangers is so rare and precious. Thank you. It was well after midnight, and I had met my ride quota. I checked my feel good green. I had it in me to push on for one more ride tonight, or I could call it early and get some rest. Let's do one more. I decided to push on. Every pax was a chance to learn the city and earn some coin. Let's see, we have Klausberg, Stella Buñuel. Carlos Wong. Oh, Liam Baird is up again. Let's do Liam again. Liam waved at me before he got in the car. He looked excited to see me. I was too tired to match his enthusiasm, but I gave it a shot. It seemed to work. Oh god, it's 2:30. Hey, Lena. Wow, what are the odds we'd see each other again? Of all the neocabs in all of Los Ojos, literally how many neocabs are there? The odds are very good. I'm one of maybe exactly 3 neocabs left in the city. Exactly. Oh, well, I'll call it fate anyway. More fun. Oh, I missed what he said. Pretty great. That's great. What have you been up to? Working mostly. I've met some pretty cool people. Clientele is really different from Cactus Flats. In a good way. Mostly. Mostly? Right after we met, I met the sweetest corporate spy. Sounds dicey? Los Ojos is a lot of things, but it's never boring, apparently. So, what about you? Wait, you got one of those things on your arm. No way. The field grid. Wow. Yeah, actually, Savi gave it to me. Huh, interesting. How do you feel about it? Honestly, it's kind of weird. No, right? I find it so bizarre, just as a concept. Putting your emotions on display. Doesn't it make you uncomfortable? It does sometimes. But I've been told that I have a lot of feelings. Like, a lot. And the field grid sort of draws them out of me. Yeah, yeah. I need to stop. Stop what? Being all thinky, dissecting stuff. I like thinky. It's the worst. I've been trying to stay out of the heavier side of LO, but... Lena, not to bring down the room down, or the car, I guess, but can I ask you something? Of course. Do you know anything about Sophie Lemieux? The late Sophie Lemieux? I know a few things, yeah. That she was a ballerina, that she was hit by a car, and that Cap was trying to pass a law with her name on it. Well, after I left you the other night, I went out to take some pictures and stumbled onto this massive crowd of people. It was a vigil for Sophie. Big deal. Lots of mourners. Some people had signs about cars, about Capra, or whatever. There was this portrait of her, full ballet pose, arabesque, surrounded by flowers, people crying, chanting about change. That sounds... beautiful.
Yeah.
Totally, in a sad way. What was really especially striking, aesthetic-wise, was the whole scene was bathed in this blue glow. It was coming off people's wrists. Field grids. Are they really that popular here? I haven't seen too many.
No.
But people seem to know what they are. I think they're gaining traction. Well, at the vigil, field grids were everywhere. I got some interesting shots, but it was so strange taking a photo with only one possible interpretation. It's just, here are some sad people. You know they are sad because they are blue. It's true. It's weird, you know? Yeah. But it's nice to actually be able to see it. I was feeling too much. I couldn't tap into a bigger picture view of this one. But it's not that simple. There are different kinds of sad. We can't read the feeling exactly. Yeah. Yeah, maybe you're right. Either way, it was really striking. Mostly blues, some reds here and there. Green and yellows too. What do those mean? calm, positive, calm, relaxed, positive, chill, happy. But see, that's the problem, right? If I show up at a funeral and my fill grid says I'm stoked, you're just enjoying happy memories. Probably. Sure. But there's so much room for error, misinterpretation. Keep picturing the Mona Lisa. 500 years of that unreadable smile, until you slap a field grid on it. I'm a bit scrambled up about the whole thing. So you're not in the market for one, then. Maybe it makes sense, though.
I mean,
at least they look interesting, and I almost got a free one. Who's handing out free field grids? Good question. So I'm at the vigil, right? Everything's blue, it's dreamlike, mournful, but then I look across the street and there's this whole gang, right? Not a field grid in the pack. It's a dark zone. I go over there and check them out, and they say they're this group called Radix. The word hit me like it got punched. Maybe I could get some intel if I played this right. Oh yeah? Who's Radix? They're anti-car activists. Cool people mostly. Except one of them who got pretty heated when I said they must like Sophie's Law. Rookie mistake. They hate cars, but they hate Capra even more. Maybe even more than you, maybe. Impossible. So what were they doing at the vigil? Well, they were actually trying to recruit at Sophie Lemuy's vigil? Oops. I didn't mean to hit clever, but whatever. Yeah, they were saying the law is a cheap half measure. Gives Capra more power. Doesn't save any lives. Anyway, I showed them the photos I took of the blue glow. And they said none of those people had field grids when they showed up. Apparently, 2 hours earlier, some Capra rep showed up and started handing them out, free of charge. Oh, is that really true? Radix swore up and down that's how it happened. Huh. Yeah, I guess my question is, why? Because it puts on a show. Free advertising. And then I take pictures of it and share it with the world. Makes me feel a little skeeved. Exactly. Yeah, that tends to be Capra's thing. I know, I'm more than familiar. That's something I maybe should have told you the other day when I got weird. Do you work for Capra? Not exactly. I work for a big Capra adjacent company when I was still in the UK. I got the job really young, working in immersive tech and AI. Loved it. They let me be creative, and I felt like I was changing things. So we got big. We got big because we were good, but then you lose yourself, don't you? Yeah, I feel that. More and more I was balancing creativity, my actual work, with corporate ethics. Are you sure this wasn't in Los Ojos? Kind of a global story, I guess. We just kept working with the worst people, saying yes to more funding regardless of where it came from. To make myself feel better, I joined all these initiatives for change, diversity, helping the right kinds of communities and people. I took so much on and so did lots of us, but it was just impossible. What's the phrase? Money talks? Definitely talked louder than we did. So I left the job. I did, for at least a year. They were pretty clear they'd like me back in the end. Back at the end. Will you go? I don't know. I guess maybe this trip is a test, to just see if I can turn my brain off. Be a tourist, not an activist. Just watch all the Capra stuff happen and let it float by. Just let everything float by. No agonizing over morals, no fighting, just observing. Where do you feel you're at? Doing my best to remain impartial on everything turns out to be a lot of work. I mean, just look at me. I'm lost right now. Took a really good picture of an important LO moment of people experiencing something profound. It might have been one of my best. But I can't decide. I used to do nothing but decide. Now I can't even say if a photo I took is real. I knew the feeling. Was anything real in those Ohos? Of course it's real. It's still real people experiencing something real. I have a feel grid. My feelings are still legitimate. Real people, real moment. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Hey, listen, obviously don't take your eyes off the road, but you think I can send you the picture? You can tell me what you think. I want to share it. I think it's important, but I'd sort of love your thoughts be my moral compass? Yeah, send away. Thanks. Sorry if I'm being a downer. People come to LO for the lights and sights, you know? And I end up getting right back into the muck. Things are gonna be okay. I think LO is just going through a bit of a phase. Right? Aren't we all? But here we are, experiencing the city this way. It's gotta mean something, right? Pulled up to Liam's hotel again. It's hard not to feel a pang of jealousy. Having a decent place to sleep felt like it was part of another timeline for me. And here we are. Cool. Thanks for listening to me rant, Lena. And for looking at the photo for me. Always here for rants, friend. See you in texts. He was already scrolling through his camera as he walked in. The fate of a de facto Capra ad campaign lay in my hands, mixed with the fate of a photo that could sway the Sophie's Law vote. Liam, buddy, I can't tell if you came to the exact right person or the exact wrong one. We need to go charge. Ride complete. Liam Bard gave you 5 stars. 2 for 2 on positive interactions with Lena. I need to charge first. Ugh. Biodiesel available. Yikes, a little low and I didn't know when I'd be able to charge up again. Which bar would set me back? 110. Well, that's not bad. I think that's less. Alright. Crasher. Let's go back to Luisa's house. I had to have another night on that mattress. Maybe I could reupholster the car seats with that material. Louisa greeted me by saying she had beautiful, dramatic news. I immediately hoped the mattress was okay. You're my last Crasher guest, she said. I'm moving to Australia. What? No. She said that had always been her dream. She'd been doing Crasher for years, saving up, and with my visit tonight, I'd pushed her over her goal. I loved that mattress so much, I destroyed it. I destroyed it. I asked if I could stay here while she was gone. She shook her head. Her sister-in-law was taking over the lease or something. Damn it. I asked what she'd be doing in Australia. For once in my life, looking forward. I didn't really know what that meant. Except that I wouldn't get to sleep on that mattress anymore. I checked for the tag on the mattress, so maybe I could buy one at some point. It had a name, Eric. I slept with Eric that night for what we both knew was the last time. Maybe it was a good thing Louisa was leaving so I wouldn't keep saying things like that. I got back in my car.